Do you recognize where you are tonight? Well, of course, you're upstairs at the Dunklin County Library. We're here for the 10th annual induction, Dunklin County Hall of Honor, and right here at my side is the director of the library. Jonelle, each year you nominate, what, 5 or 6, would you say?
It's narrowed down this year, I mean the last 3 or 4 years, down to 5 or 6.
Okay, when you started, you had,
we had several.
Thousands of nominations.
Yes, it was. I don't know if we just had that big of an outpouring or what.
Well, you thought it was what, going to be only?
We didn't think it would catch on, that people would continue to grow with it, and it's been an amazing thing.
And to keep nominating.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Daryl. I want to thank you for coming. And right now I want to introduce Mr. Leon Godley. Leon is the secretary of the Dunklin County Library Board of Trustees. He's my boss, so y'all be good to him.
On behalf of the Dunklin County Library Board of Directors, you ready? She'll introduce the first inductees.
Hello, I'm glad to be here. The first inductee I want to introduce, and when I call your name, if you'd come up and stand, it will be Marjorie Slinker, Dr. Marjorie Slinker. I'm used to calling her Marjorie, so. Marjorie Slinker was born December 27th, 1946, to Louis Jean Slinker and Janice Slinker. She grew up and attended school at Holcomb, where her father was coach and then high school principal. She received a BA in math and pre-med in 1967 and then began medical school at the same institution. Following an internship at the University of Missouri, she moved to New York for an internal medicine residency at Cornell University Medical College. Marjorie followed her residency with a fellowship in allergy and immunology also at Cornell. At Rockefeller University, she completed fellowship in immunology. She is currently board certified in internal medicine and in allergy and immunology. Marjorie has been the recipient of several honors in the medical field. She has been on the list of the best doctors in New York. Dunklin County is justly proud of Marjorie's accomplishments, which have done so much to heal and relieve the suffering of so many. Today, in recognition of her lifelong passion for medicine and dedication to serving others, we welcome Maynard Lee Sisler MD to the Dunklin County Hall of Honor.
Thank you so much, Diane. I guess I can't say like the Emmys, like I didn't know I was going to give a talk, so I do have a few notes. But I do want to thank the Dunklin County Library, the Board of Trustees, the Hall of Honor committee members for this recognition, which is a tremendous honor for me, and I appreciate it so much. I want to give my heartfelt thanks for all of the work that went into both maintaining this library system, which is so beneficial to so many, and this special kind of recognition for individuals from the county.
The next inductee is Maynard Lee Sisler MD, FACP rather. Dr. Sisler was born August 12, 1923 to George Turner Sisler and Audrey Athy Sisler in Massillon, Ohio. Growing up, Maynard worked with his dad building sheet, metal ducts, and roofs. This hard work instilled a work ethic in him at an early age. At the outbreak of World War II, he enlisted in the United States Navy, serving in the South Pacific, winning several medals, including the Bronze Star. He graduated with honors in 1956, then served an internship and residency. Maynard re-enlisted in the Navy, where he practiced medicine and trained interns. Beginning in 1966, he served for 2 years as the chief of medicine, retiring with the rank of captain. Maynard moved to Kennett to begin a 40-year career. Maynard received numerous awards during his long medical career. He was a board-certified specialist in internal medicine, a fellow in the American College of Physicians, a member of the Royal Society of Medicine in London, and listed in Who's Who of American Physicians. Maynard not only excelled in medicine, he was also a prolific writer. Today, for his spirit of generosity, love of family and community, service to his country, and decades of selfless dedication as a physician, we add Dr. Maynard Lee Sisler to the Dunklin County Hall of Honor, and his son Tad is here from San Diego to accept his certificate.
My dad would be so honored to, he would have loved to have been here actually to enjoy the award and the love that you've all given him through all these years. I'm grateful to represent him. Thank you.
Our next inductee is Beverly Alfred Thomas. Beverly Alfred Thomas, a lady who has devoted her life to helping others. From birth, she was taught by her parents, Leonard and Virgie Younger, to do for others. She has received numerous awards and certificates. Her community service and love of community has been outstanding. Her motto is, "When you divide love, it will multiply." The following are her words. This is her biography. My family and I moved to Kennett, Missouri from Buffalo, New York when I was 6 years old. I am the fourth child of 8 children. I am also the proud parent of one daughter, Nadia Alfred, who resides in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. From my humble birth, July 30th, 1948, at my grandparents' house in Kennett with my grandmother serving as midwife, my parents Leonard and Virgie Lee Younger instilled in me and my brothers and sisters an abiding sense of caring for others. They taught me that it is not about me, but it is about what I do for my Savior. My thinking is life has a beginning and an ending, filled with many chapters. The entirety of your life is summed up in those chapters. I want my chapters to be about serving others and making a difference in someone else's life. I'm the founder and CEO of Leonard and Virgie's Place, a 501c4 not-for-profit in Kennett. There's never a price tag on anything provided at Virgie's Place. Clothing, food, furniture, diapers, school supplies, and more, because the price has already been paid. My vocation in life is to make someone's day a little bit easier. For a lifetime of compassionately helping others and serving her community, Beverly Alfred Thomas is today added to the Dunklin County Hall of Honor.
I just want to say that it is really an honor to be in the Hall of Honor along with my mom and my dad, Leonard and Virgie Younger. And I want to thank my family for instilling in me the love of God. And I just want to say that it is not about where you live, the side of the track that you live on, what you have on your back, or what you got in your bank account, because you can have $1 or $1 million and you're not going to take it with you. And I want to say thank you all, and remember, be kind.
Thank you, Beverly.
Our next inductee today is Anna Maud Marshall, educator and author. In the small village of Hornersville in the Boot Heel of southeast Missouri, Anna Maud Kennett was born in November 1922. She relished the memories of growing up in that small town. She graduated from Hornersville High School in 1940 and enrolled in Southeast Missouri University at Cape Girardeau, Missouri. When World War II began, she started teaching at Windsor School in Kimmswick, Missouri. That September, she married a college sweetheart who was in the Air Force. They grew cotton and soybeans. In October 1949, George Winston Marshall Jr. was born. For the next several years, they lived throughout the South. Anna, former Springfield School Science Coordinator, was also the founder of Teaching Science over the Springfield Educational Channel. In 1969, Anna received an NSTA grant for a session at the University of Colorado, a 3-story house. In 1972, they moved into the first. She retired from the Springfield school system in 1985. Today, for her dedication to and contributions to education and for her service in community involvement, Anna Maud Marshall is a member of the Hall of Honor.
Hello, my name's Teresa Beard, and this is my cousin Janie Kennett. Our Aunt Ann was remarkable, as you've heard, and we're just honored to be here and represent the Kennett and Marshall families. We loved her, and she loved Dunklin County.
The reading for the next 2 inductees is kind of lengthy, but bear with me. I think you'll appreciate this as much as I did. Believe me, it's very condensed from the material. Keep us informed about who you know, the people you know who deserve this recognition. We'd appreciate it. Next 2 inductees are Charles Birthright and Betty Birthright. Like many people who have become significant icons in history, be it local or national, the Birthrights did not set out to make history. They, like many, were hardworking business owners and farmers who were committed to their family, friends, and community. Yet, over 95 years after their deaths, the Birthrights are still remembered locally for their contributions economically and socially. Their successes are even highlighted in Missouri, Then and Now, the 4th grade Missouri history text, and the revised edition of Missouri's Black Heritage. Betty is listed as a mulatto in the census, and photographs indicate that she had a light complexion. Charles's work as a barber and Betty's skill in cookery and sewing were valuable to the community and opened doors for the couple economically and socially. They were frugal, hardworking, and charitable. Though much of their correspondence is unavailable to the public, the excerpts from what is available show them as savvy in business, but also generous, kind, and affectionate to one another and their friends and family. The death of Charles and Betty, their white family, the Birthrights, former slaves with little education, built a life. Their life of hard work, commitment to family, and of civic duty evidenced by their business investments and philanthropy contrasted sharply with the popular image of blacks in the United States. While their lives have become a historical footnote that broadens the historian's view of race relations, the Birthrights have made a more significant impact on the community where their businesses, generosity, and close ties to family and friends made a lasting impression. Charles Birthright and Betty Birthright were born into slavery in Virginia. Betty was born on Huntington Plantation in Roanoke County, Virginia. Slaveholders gave Betty as maid to their niece, Sally. Betty attended Sally when she went away to school, and when Sally married David Pankey in 1853, the couple and their slaves moved to western Tennessee. Following the Civil War, the couple settled in Clarkton, likely because of Betty's close contact to the Pankey family. Little can be found in the historic record relating to the life of Charles and Betty in the late 1860s. It is likely that Charles and Betty were well established in the Clarkton community by 1870. From oral and written accounts of the couple, there was very little that they could not or did not do. They owned approximately 75 acres in Dunklin County. Tax receipts for the 1870s and 1884 show the birthrights acquiring 30 acres in 1879 and 180 acres in 1884, and purchased more the next year. By 1909, they owned over 520 acres in Dunklin and New Madrid counties and used their growing wealth to buy additional property and invest in their community. The birthrights farmed some of their own holdings and rented out the rest. The two largest blocks of land owned by the birthrights were approximately 167 acres just northeast of Clarkton. The basis of the birthrights' prosperity apparently was their farming enterprises, but the couple also invested in people, businesses, and economic development. The birthrights were stockholders in the Bank of Clarkton and in the Clarkton Real Estate and Improvement Company. The birthrights also made personal loans to area businessmen and farmers. Probate records list over $13,000 in notes held by the birthrights. Prejudice was not only prevalent, but accepted as a social norm in the United States in the late 19th and 20th century. And their accomplishments mean that much more because of those prejudices against them. For all this, Charles and Betty Birthright are hereby members of the Dunklin County Hall of Honor.